to this episode. I believe it is episode 10. So, in today's episode, we're also going to work on the login routes. So, we had worked on the login the other day. We generated the access token. In the previous episode, episode 8, we worked on the sales. Okay, we worked on the sales actually, and they sell item, and it was really successful. So today we're also going to look at the login goes with more routes, and the first one is the one for forgot password. So there is forgot password, and then there is verify token, and I think there is also the change password. So these ones are going to be used when a user forgets their password. They will just have to go through these. We'll use 3 endpoints to really work when a user has forgotten their password. So just want to work on them. And if time allows, we'll also look at rate limiting. Most people are asking me if you are going to implement it. Yeah, we'll implement rate limiting. I've not implemented it before, but I think this will be my first API to put rate limiting. Okay, so let's just get started. And the first thing with this, we have to first understand how the flow of when a user wants to forget or forgets the password. There's a flow that we have to follow in order for this user to reset the password. There are so many flows you can consider, but we take the most used and the straightforward one. So if you just go down here, I just wrote this flow here. So when someone forgets password, this person clicks on the forget password, and then they ask him or her the email. And what happens are 3 things here. We generate a secure token and store it in the reset token field in the user. And then we set the reset token expire date. So we have to have 2 fields we are going to add in the user model, the reset token and the reset token expire date. These two, when that's why, like when you send a code, or when they send you a code on email, sometimes they tell it will expire in 10 minutes. So meaning that we just have to generate the token and we also generate the expiry, and then we send them to the user on the email, and then the user can input this. And now that one takes us to the second one, the verify token route. So this one checks if the token exists and is valid. Verify that the token has not expired by comparing the current date and the reset expiry. And that just does this, and it returns true if everything is okay. And then we just go to the next one, which is change password route. This one also validates if the token is okay. So from this one, after validating this token, you send it to this to the next screen, and then this from this next screen you can go ahead validate the token again. And then if then it is okay, then we allow the user to change their password. If the token is valid and not expired, then we clear the reset token and the reset token expiry field after the password has successfully been changed. So this is just like the flow I have chosen, but I believe there are so many other flows. For instance, resending the sending the reset link. In the mobile app, it is not so much viable to send a reset link. This one is the most straightforward and the most viable method you of sending the OTP or sending the token. This one we are talking about, the token is actually like the OTP. And then the another thing, you could just, instead of using the email, you can just consider using like Trello messages or still Trello can give you the WhatsApp or the SMS, and you can send the code via SMS. But in this, we're just going to send via email. So let's just go and get started. So I just need to actually create routes. So we already had this one for the login, and if you just look at it, it has only one route. So just going to use this very one. Okay, since we have these, so just going to go ahead and create controllers, and we can put these controllers still in this where we have this authorize. So here we have only just one, just like this. So we can just go ahead and just have more here. So the first one, as you can see, here, the first one you have to consider is the forgot password. Okay, so we can export this export function, uh, export function, actually export async function, and we can just say forgot password, forgot password. It takes in also the request and response, just like this. And then here we can also have a try catch. Let me start by consoling the error here. And then, so here just going to follow the 3 steps we looked at. I'm just going to copy these 3 steps and put them here. So we could just have just a this. Okay, so we have the first one, the second one, and the third one. Okay, so we just need to generate the secure token. And so before we do this, we need to modify the we need to add this reset token and reset expiry in the user. So you can just copy this and this one. Actually, I think I added it here. So if you just go here on the documentation, I've added this sending the mail in Node.js. Down here, I must have put a user. So you can just see here there is modify user mode cater for reset token, and we just need to add these 2 fields here. So you just copy these ones and let's take them to the user. So you can just say go to the schema, and in the schema we just want to modify the user. So below here, after the role, I can just add these fields. So we add the reset token. This one is the token used for the password reset. And then we also have the reset token expiry, which is going to be the expiry time of the reset token. So we just are modifying the user and adding these two. So when we generate a token, we receive it here. And then when we also create, also this is going to help us to know if the token has expired or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and run npx prisma db push, and also run npm run dev, just like this. Okay, so just go ahead and understand this here. So you're just going to use resend for sending the emails. So the first thing is we can just get the email from the body. So here you can see here we have in this, if we go back to the controllers. So the first thing here on top, you can just go ahead and Just put inside here. You can just go ahead and get from the body, you get the email. And this point, if you just like confused, I can just demonstrate for you. I'm just going to go to this. So this is the login. If someone presses forgot password, is taken to forget password. You can see here. So the same thing in the mobile app is the same thing. When you click on forget, they will take you to the screen where you enter your email and then they send you the token. So that's why we have to receive this email here. So get the email. After getting the email, we have to check the user, if there is a user that belongs to this email, and that one is easily done. You can just come here. We can just like try to check this user here. Okay, so let's just go ahead here and check if the user exists. So check if the user with this email exists, with this email exists. So you just come here and we can just say const existing user. So you say here existing user, existing user is await db dot user dot find unique where this email, and if there is no existing user, then we can send back data null error user not found. So for instance, if we put in a wrong email, then we can just go ahead and we send the back that this user is not found. Okay, so this is the first step. The second step is to go ahead and generate the token. So generating the token is very easy. We can just have here, we can use the same function we used. Let me just have this here, generate token. You can just get a strong thing to generate the tokens, but really doesn't matter. I'm just going to have this function here, generate token, and this function simply gets 1, 2, these are like 5, these are 6. So to generate a 6 random number between 0 and 10, 0 and 9, okay, it will generate a number from 0 to 9, 6 of them, and then we shall just send those ones to this user. Okay, so we could just also use the one we used for generating the sales numbers, but this one is still okay. You can just increase these numbers the way you want. If you want 8 characters or 7, but I'm just going to leave it at 6. So the thing you just get the token. So you can just say here const token, const here we called it reset token is equal to generate token, just like this, and then I think that's it. You just generate the token, and since we're just like saving a string, you can just say string, as simple as this, to convert it into a string. So after generating this, you can see here we have this generate token, and then you can also just get the expiry, just expiry, token expiry. So I'm just going to go here and const, this one is going to be reset token expiry. I just want them to match these names we used here, like reset token expiry here, just like this. So just going to install datefen. You can see this add minutes is a function that comes from date.fn. So you can just go ahead and we install this. So you can just say go ahead and search for date functions or date fn. Yeah. So you can. So I'm just going to go ahead and install this. So I just want to go ahead and install this date.fn. Just going to open a new tab here, and you can just go ahead and install this package. Okay, so it has installed. Let's first see if it has types. Yeah, it has types. So good. So I think it should now. We can just import it. Just like this. So now we have the token and the reset token and this here, the reset token expiry. So now after this, we have to go ahead and update the user with these two values, but we can just first go ahead and return them. So let me just go here and just say return response dot status of, let's say, 200 dot JSON, and let me just go send the JSON of data, let's just say of having the reset token and reset token expiry, just like this, and error of null. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and hit this endpoint, and then so that we can just see if we can return these back here. And I actually just need is like we also calculate the now const current time is equal to new date, I think. New date, just like this, I believe. Let's just also go here and we say current time or current date. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and test this forgot password here. You can just go to the login and let's add auth and just say forgot password, and you're just going to call this forget password. So we can just go to this. Let me first get some users who are available here by going to this. And we have, for instance, this Brenda. So if I just go to, if I just go back to the auth, so here just go ahead and just say reset password. And this is supposed to be, I think, supposed to be a post or put. It does a lot of things, but I'm just going to first go to uh, auth, forgot password. Okay, so this one must be a post. Okay, if you just go here for good password, we first try to get this. We end up making an update. So we suggest if it's going to be a post or put. I don't know. But let me just go ahead and send this. So in the body, I'm just only going to leave the email just like this. And let's change this one to forgot password. Okay, you can save this and let's go ahead and see what happens. Uh, I think this user is there, but let's just try this one. Okay, let's first try a non-existing user. This one is not there. Let's send. Okay, user not found. Let's put this and let's send. Okay, so you can see here we generate a token 6 digits, and now we have the reset token expiry. You can see this is 11. I think 08. This is 4126. I don't know. This one is 1126.9. Is it like August? This and then this. I'm not so sure if there is if we can just get the difference in times, but at least the dates were generated and we have them here. Okay, so that one is done. Now we just need to save this. If the user exists here in this docs, so if the user exists, I'm just going to go down here. We need to go ahead and update a user by just sending these by just saving these. So I'm just going to go down here. Let's just go ahead and change. So here we can update the user with the token and the expiry date. Expiry date. Okay. So here, just going to say updated user is equal to await db.user.update where email, and then for the reset token here, and then the reset token expiry, also this one. Okay, so we just simply pass in these two here, the reset token and reset. So when this is done, so this one is going to go ahead and send or to database is going to go ahead and add the token and also add the reset token expiry. So when this one done, next is now to send the email. So go ahead and send the email with the token. And by the way, the time here we are adding 30 minutes. I just want this one to expire in 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. Just say 10 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to expire in 10 minutes. So sending the email, you're just going to use resend. So you just need to go here and search for resend, go to the documentation. And if you just switch in the documentation, down here there is Express. And you can see here you need two things. You need an API key and a verified domain. So these ones, I've done them in several videos. Just simply go ahead and get the API key with the domain. One thing, you need to have a .com or .dev. Like, you need to have an actual domain for you to be able to verify the domain. They have a free tier, so they give you only one domain to verify, which is very okay, and you can use it in most of your projects. I always tell the students to have at least to buy one domain either for you or for your client, and then when you get that API key, you can just also use it for testing as we are learning in other things. So the first thing here is to install Resend, and we can just go here, use this. Yeah. Let's just go here and install Resend, just like this. Okay, so now here we just need to have a template. Okay, send email using HTML. So here you just have to send using HTML. If we are using Next.js, we would use React email, and we're just going to go to React email in a second here. So you can also just go to React email examples, just say React email, and then click on examples here, and then you can go here. And the example we'll use is going to be this one. So you can click on this. We'll use this email template to send our emails. So this has finished installation. We can just continue with this. So first of all, we just need to get this. I'm just going to remove this. I'm just going to go back to here. We just need to send the email like this. Resend. First of all, you need to go ahead and get the resend on top here. So let me just go ahead and just create the resend instance. So this one on top here, you can just create a resend instance just like this, and import this from resend just like this. And here we're just going to pass in the API key. So if you just go in my environmental variables here, just create this resend API key just like this. And then you just go ahead and put your key here. I will put my key here just in a minute, but just go ahead and put your API key. If you don't have it yet, just pause the video, go first get the key, and then come back and continue with the video. So I'm just going to go back now. And here I'm just going to pass in here process, a process.env resend API key, just like this. Okay, so we get the resend instance, and we use this resend instance to send the mails. So we're just going to just panel bit this one. So here I showed you how to do it. For instance, you just come here and get this. Okay, just going to use this so I can generate this, copy this here. Okay, so we can just go back, send the mail. So here, send the mail is going to be something like this. Okay, so data user ID is going to be updated user. So here we can just pass in updated user .id, and there the message is password reset email, and then here we have this. Now I'm just going to go ahead, and here you can see we have send mail is equal to await resend.emails.send. So you can see that this one is same exactly like the way you see it here. Okay, await, and you can just go ahead and await this. You can even just remove this part of saving it if you just don't want, and then you can just go here So the first thing is the email you use to verify. I know you're just going to verify the domain. If you do verify the domain and it is called .com or .what, it is something you have to put here. Now this info doesn't necessarily need to be there, but the name of the domain here, it should be the one that you verified. Okay, you make sure that the @ you use here should be the it should be an extension of your uh, verified domain. You see, they said here in the verifying here the domain here. After you have verified your domain, you have to use that very domain here as the @ and then here you can put anything, and then here you can also put anything. So here you can just say, for instance, IPOS, and then here you can just say put anything you want, and then here to email, the email that we received up there, subject password reset request, and then you can just have the email this. Okay, so you're just going to first of all create a generate email template. So I have this one here. That's why I put this. So just put this here. This a you can actually just like put this in any file. I think we can just like put this in the libs or anywhere. Wherever you want to put this, it has no problem. Maybe we can just like leave it here. I don't know if this will be so much clutter. Maybe let me just put it in the libs here. Generate email. HTML email template. Email template .ts, and here we can just like put this. Okay, and I'm just going to go here and just say this export. Yes, export const generate email HTML. So this one is going to be generate email template. This one, the function is called generate email. And in these ones, we don't need many things. I'm just going to modify this template to this one. Just go to this, click on this one, which is this, and just go to code here. So you see the first one is React, but they also have HTML. So you copy the HTML, okay, and just come and replace it with this HTML. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace it with this HTML here. Great, so we have the HTML. Now we just need to actually put in the data in this. I'm not so sure what is this here. The div with these. Let's first see what is that. Can I just like copy this manually? Let me just copy this manually. Just like this. I'm not so sure what this is, but I'm just going to paste this one more time. Let's see. This div, I don't know what is here. I think this was the image. AWS email verification. Let's see what is that. There. And then body. Let's see. Uh, Let me just go ahead and remove these. I'm not so sure if they are necessary. Like here we have AWS email verification. I'm just going to leave it just like that. Now for that logo, we just change that logo in a second, but right now here, we just need to see where to put our things. So for instance, there is where we have this logo here. Okay, there is where we have this logo. We can replace it with a text. Okay, we can replace this with a text. We might just not need to put the actual logo here, but if you have just an actual logo, you can just actually just put it. But I would just go ahead and put, let me see. So in between here, you can put just like IPOS, just like that, just a text. Then we can just look for other places. We need to put our information. Okay. So we need just to find, for instance, where there is the code and we put all those things there. So we just look for the code. I'm just going to be searching here. Just go back here. Let me search for this, for instance, the code. So we need just the code only. I think that's the only thing we just need from here. We don't need the name of the user or anything. We just simply need the code. So I'm just going to search here, Control F, and just search for this. And you can see the code is here. So you can just go ahead and put here dollar, and here just going to be the reset token. The reset token, just like this. And this reset token is going to be the only thing we pass in here. And this one is going to be, so you can just say reset token. Reset token is a string, just like this, to give types to this. So you can just go ahead and change this here, this link. Otherwise, I think we are good to go. This code is valid for 10 minutes, and that's it. This one is the reset. So I'm just going to search for this word verification, and I will just say, actually, it's just a verification code or reset password token. I'm just going to just say Control F, and let's just here, just going to say password reset token here, password reset. And I'm just going to go down here. So here, please enter the following code. So this one's going to be the following code or reset code when we have okay. This code is valid for 10 minutes. That is okay. And I think that's it. That's the only thing we just want to do. Please enter the following code. Thanks for starting. So here we can just get this message. There is this message that is here. Thanks for starting. I can just ask ChatGPT to generate for me sort of like, can you create for me a message, send with a password reset token. email, make it short and precise. Okay, so we can just like see here what ChatGPT can just create. I think this one, the tokens are done. I'm just going to go to this one. Just refresh. Do I have internet? Okay, let's just like put this and see. Okay, so this is nice. And so down here, just going to go here and we replace this. Okay. And then down here, uh, where they, after this here, there is another text that they have here. Uh, we never ask you to, so you can just go here to this template. Yeah, so we can just like replace this. We remove these things down and we just gonna leave this one. So I'm just going to copy this text here. If you didn't request this email, so here, just like that. So there is some other things which are just down here, of which I will remove. These ones, I will just simply remove them. Great. So at least right now we have this. So in this generate HTML, you can see we are passing in the reset token. Okay. So I have to create a user who has an email that we can access, both of us. So I have, for instance, here an email for, if I just say Gmail, I can access the one for this hub. So I need to use this. I need to use this email so that we can just so that they can send this here. So I'm just going to close it. Let me just go ahead and create a user before I forget. So I will create here a user. You can save this and you can just go ahead and we go to users, create user, and here I'm just going to change this to this. Username is going to be this is hub, and then password is going to be this is hub. First name is going to be this is hub. Last name is going to be like agency. Phone number is going to be 256784872, and just say here mail. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and create this user. Okay, phone number is already taken. Okay, yeah, that is true for sure. So let me just go ahead and put another one. Okay, yes, now create using this one. Okay, so now this has been created, so we can now send the email there. So after we have created this generate HTML, as you can see, it takes in only the reset token, and then it will bring this reset token and adds it there. Okay, for this one, I would actually add some things here. What are these ones styling? Verify your email. So you're just going to say here, yeah, we just leave it, verify your email address. Can you see here? Reset password, I think. Reset your password. Okay. So there is one thing I just need to do. Okay. I need to copy this H1. And I just want to put it here and where we had this IPOS. Let me change this text to IPOS. IPOS, just like this. So I need to style this. Color is going to be white. So here just say FF. Font family is okay. I just want to change the font size. So here I'm just going to make this maybe 60. Yeah, great. So now I'm just going to go ahead and use this generate HTML. So after creating this, let's go back to our controller down here. Now we need just to say const. So we just say const email, const email HTML, email, email is equal to generate email HTML, and let's go ahead and pass in the reset token. Actually, I think it's supposed just like to we passed in as just like an object. I think it wasn't really necessary, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass it in just like this. Okay, then here we just simply pass it in just like this. So here is email template, and here is saying that can't find. Oh, I think here just named it a wrong name. Just make it the same here. Email HTML. Now you can see here we have the template which takes in the reset token, and now it is supposed to send this to the email we pass in, and here we're just going to say reset 200. Okay, 200. Okay, remove this one we used for testing, and here I'm just going to say return response. So here just going to password reset email sent to this email, and then data we have the user ID, and then also we have the error here now. And then for this one we're just going to resend. I'm just going to here 500 message something went wrong. I think it's the error. message now. Let's just say here message. Is it like a message now or error here? Let's just pass in here the remove this, and then even here is remove this. And here we can just say, for instance, message something went wrong. Here data is null, so here data is going to be null, just like this. Okay, so this is really great. Okay, here it is looking, everything looks fine. So I'm just going to pause the video and then go ahead and update my API key, then I will be back. Okay, so I've updated my recent API key in the environmental variables. Now let's go ahead and test out this endpoint. So I will just go to here and let me copy this email, Control C, and let's go down to where we have forgot password. Now this, I don't know if it's just supposed to be, because it does the update, so it should be like a put, I guess. I think it's just like a put request or something, because it is not doing anything like create. It's just like making an update. If you just look at this, basically what we are doing here is that we are updating and sending the email. So you can say we have this update. So I'm just going to change that. So in the routes here, you can just say this one is going to be put. And if you change that, you also have to change it here to put and then save. And let's go ahead and change this to this one. And let's go ahead and send. Okay, you can see here, password reset email sent to this sub, and the user ID is that. So we can check the email here and we see if the email managed to come. Maybe I should just go and say all emails. Let's just go here to more and let's say all mail. Not so sure if, yeah, I'm not seeing any of the emails. Okay, let's just go ahead and debug. So let's just go back to this. Okay. So what we can also do is using, so here we update. Okay. So here in this one, as you saw, we can destructure. If you just go here to Express, in sending here, they say you can actually destructure this. So let me just go ahead and destructure the data and error. So you can destructure here something like this, data and error. So we can just say if error, just to consider the error part. Then we can return response. They actually gave us the here. Okay. Otherwise, so here on data, we can have we can also just actually pass in return the email. If we wanted, we could just say const result is equal to an object, and here we can put user ID to updated user.id, and then here you can just say email ID here is equal to data, and then here data is going to be result. So this one is going to confirm to us if the email was sent or not. Okay, so let me just go back here in this and let just send. Okay, so you can see here user ID, and you can see the email ID here. Okay, so the email was actually sent. Okay, so right now we have it here, password reset request, and here you can just go in here, and we see here in this message, images in this message are hidden. This message might be suspicious spam. So images, okay, I think just because here we showed this, but you can see that the code is here, verification code. We received the request to set this and this. If you didn't send this, ignore it. Okay, so maybe this one we're just going to add some CSS and so that it just be in the center. Okay, let's go to the email. Okay, so here we have display none, overflow. I just want where we put that text. So here we have the background color, padding, display flex, align items center, justify content center. Okay. So here we just need to add in I just need to add in like text align, maybe if it can add it in the center. Text align. I will just go ahead and add this to center just like this. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. Otherwise, this looks okay, apart from this text being in the center. I don't know why they consider this as an image. Okay, but otherwise, this was very okay. Yeah. So now we can just like proceed. Now that this is coming, we can just check this code right now on the user. So I can just go back here and let's go back to the users, for instance. Get users. I can send this. And if we just see this one, you can see the reset token. So the one we have here is, I think, this one is the previous one. This one must be the previous one. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. Okay, I will just delete that. And let's go and check in the spam. I don't think we don't have anything here. So let me just go here and just send one more time. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and send. Where is it? This one, and let's go ahead and send. Okay, so we have another one. I think in the data we should also put maybe the token or code so that we can just also see it, because we need to see the actual token. So it is a new one just right now. Okay, still this is not centered, but then we have this. Okay, I'm just going to go back here and get users. So you can see 327, and this is also 327. Yeah. So you can see the code is coming a really well. So I think we can just go ahead and remove this part here on top. This one. Okay. Um, I'm just going to go ahead and just remove this black thing. I'm just going to go ahead and remove it so I can. So there is this part here. So there is this tr. Just go here, up to here. You can remove this. So there is t-body, and also there is this table. So that one can just go like that. Okay, so I've removed this part. Okay, so we can just now add on this text here, reset your password, and you can just say here maybe IPOS, and you can just say put here reset your password. Okay. Let's just try one more time. Try one more time. Just going to go ahead and remove this one. So delete this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and send one more time. Forgot password, and let's go and send. Okay, so you can see here. And for this email ID is going to be data.id. We can just go control. Yes, put this here. So we can just go to this and we just say dot id, just like this. And I think that's it. Uh, Well, if we just need to send the token back, there is no need to just leave it like this. Let me just go ahead and send. I think they have already sent another one. No. Let me just go ahead and send this. Okay, so you can see we have the user ID and email ID. And if we go back this side, we should have these. I think sometimes they have like sort of like a delay. Mm, there is nothing here in this spam. I'm not seeing any right now. Okay, let me just try and send one more time. Because here when you see the email ID, it means it was actually sent. Okay, it is here. Yeah, so this one now looks very clean, and you can see uh, the IPS reset your password. We have received the request, and this is the verification code. If you didn't request this, please reset. Please ignore this mail. So this is very clean, as you can see. Okay, so that part is done. Let's move to the next one, which is actually verifying the token. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this one. So within this one, I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this to, okay, verify token. So this one's going to be verified token. So this one should just get the token, the reset token. How do we call this? How did we call this from? It is the reset token. So I can just go here and I just say reset token, just like this. Okay. So remove all these things down here. Here, just going to use a different flow. So I can just remove all these. Okay, so check what we're just going to do in this one. If I go down here, you can just check down here. On the second one, verify token controller. You see the first thing is getting the token from, we are passing it as a param. So depending on how you are passing this, actually you'll be passing it to the page as a param. This is okay if you just pass it um as a param. So we can just get this. Okay, you can send this in the body as the reset token, or you can just like send it as a param. What is the easy one? Send the token. This depends how you want to read it, because you can have routing like this. You can have, for instance, a page called auth. So if you have like auth, and then you have, for instance, verify, or you can have just like token, and then you have the the page. Of course, you can do this also in React Native. You can just have like a token and onto this one, then you can get it. Mm, should we put in the body or we put in the request? I am not so sure there if we should just send it as, because any of them can work. Mm, okay, let me just like bring it. How you get it here is not a big deal. This is totally depends on the front end. Totally depends on the front end how you want to send this. Either you can send as a param why you do this. So the param is why you say, for instance, login stroke verify account. So you say verify account like this, and then you pass in token equal something. So you can just pass it in like this, okay, and it will be received, or you can send it a via the form. So I'm just going to use the form and then send it in the body. If it changes when we are doing the mobile app side, I will come and I change it. But for now, let's just take it from the body. So we can just like find the user for this token by using user.find first, I think here. And then here where reset token. So you can just say reset token, just like this. And then we need to sort of pass in the reset token expiry should be, I think, greater than or equal. Let me just see here. So we can pass in where, and let me pass in these two, where, and you can pass in reset token, just like this. And for the reset token expiry, it should be greater than or equal to this. Okay, so for instance, it should be already, as we said, it should expire in 30 minutes, in 10 minutes. It should be 10 minutes than this one, or 5 minutes, but it should be greater or equal this date. So if no existing user, I think that is the existing user. And if no existing user, we return. So if no existing user, so here we can return 400 or 403, and we say that error that user not found or invalid. We can just say here message invalid or expired token. So here we can just say invalid or expired token, invalid or expired token. Okay. So here we check the existing user, and then if everything is okay, then we can return success. Okay, so we can just say if here everything is okay, then we can just say JSON, and we say message token is valid. Just something like this. So let's go ahead and just try to verify this before it is late. I'm just going to go to the route. Let's put another one. So this one is doing what? This one basically is user.find. So this one is just like a gate. I think this one is a gate request, but it is having some data. Or I think that's why, because it is a gate. So let's get this from request.params. So here then it becomes us for get password. So this one is going to be verify token. So I'm just going to say verify token, just like this. And let's go ahead and add this verify token. So let's just go back to this one, and I'm just going to go to now. This is a gate. Okay, so here's going to be auth. Just here verify token, and then I can pass in reset token, and I think here I'm just going to pass in the word token. It's very easy. Okay, let's just pass in this reset token. So you can just say reset token equal to, so let's just go ahead and copy this from the email. Just like this. Okay. Oh, you can even set from here the params. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and send this. Yeah, so you can see here message token is valid. Let's pass a wrong one. Just add like a 4. And here you can see invalid or expired token. Okay, so this is good. If I send this, I'm just going to change this one to verify token. Let's save this. Okay, so this one is okay. Wait, copy the code just like this. I think time is also passing, I believe. Okay, I think time has passed with this token. Okay, the 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and look at the last one. So we have the last one, which is actually the change password. And I think this one, we have it already. So we're just going to have this validate the token again, allow the user to change their password if the token is valid and not expired. Here the reset token and this. So this one, yeah, you can just go down here. There is one I have. Let me just go ahead and just bring in this one. Okay, and down here, let's go ahead and add this here. So we just have change password. Okay, and then it gets also this from the params, the token, and then it gets the new password from the body. And then here we say db.user. So we find and the reset. So we could just like also pass in the same thing. Okay, to be consistent, we can just use this. Here we pass in token even here. Let me see. We can just say token. And then here we pass in this. Okay. So down here, let's go ahead and get a token from the params and then the new password from this. We find the user. If the existing user, if there is no user, invalid or expired token, and then here we go ahead and pass a hash. So let's pass 10. Let's import bcrypt. I think we already have bcrypt on top here. Yeah. We already have the bcrypt. Okay, so that's why we have the new password. Then we can hash the password. Then here we can just say Prisma await, and we can just like db. This is going to be db.user.update where user ID and password, then reset now to, and also this now. So password changed successfully. And then for this one, server error and the message, you can just go here and say, we could just go ahead and say error, just like this. I don't know where we have like one error here. Okay, great. So we have the verify, we have the change password. So just going to send a new token, and then we just go ahead and try to change the password. So the current password for this, we can just first go and test the current password. If we just go to login user, and you can pass in here the email for this. Let's go here and copy this email. So if we want to first check that the password is right now, if I just go here to login, if I use like admin, that is the wrong password. So you can see here wrong credentials. If I go ahead and put this is hub and try to log in with this one, you can see this logs in and generates a token, access token. So just go ahead and change, we're just going to go ahead and change the password for this. So let's just go ahead and forget password. Let's go ahead and send a new token. So I will go ahead and get a new token. We didn't remove the other one. We need to remove these two deleted messages in the conversation. Just going to delete also this one. Okay. So let me go and send. Okay. Let's just go and check. Okay, so it is here. So this is the new code. Okay, we can just go ahead and verify this. So verify token. So here we're just going to pass this as token. And they may pass this one and send. So token, we can just say here token validated successfully. So just say token verified successfully. Then we just go now to this other one. Which is going to be also the same like these ones, auth. So this one is supposed to be auth. So take to auth. And let's go ahead and for this one is change password, change password. Then we pass the token equal to this. Now we need also to pass in the body, which is going to be the new password. So here, just going to pass in the new password, let's just call it test. So now if we have to first go and link this route, I think. So the last one is going to be auth. This is going to be change password. Okay, so this is good. and just call this change password. Now from here, okay, so now let's just go ahead and try to actually do this. Just one thing to confirm in the change password is this is called a new password. Okay, so let's just go ahead and change. I'm just going to send this. Okay, this is not supposed to be a gate. Okay, they just like a gate. Uh, I think it's supposed to be a put or something, but here you can see it says password changed successfully. So to verify this, we can just go ahead and log in a user with the same credentials, and you can see wrong if I just say here test, and you can see it is logging in. Yeah, so we're able to do these three endpoints. Okay, we're able to do this. I just want to come here and I say this one is change password, and this one is not supposed to be, I think supposed to be put change password. Just make it a put request, and they just also change this one. So when you change here, you have to change it here to a put because we're having the update. Okay, so let's just go and test one more last time. So right now it is test. I just want to change this one back to this is hub, and let's go ahead and send this invalid or expired time. I think the time has expired. 10 minutes is not that much. As you can see here, invalid or expired token. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. Okay. You can just go ahead and send another token from here. Forgot. Say send. Okay. And then you just come back here. So there's sometimes like it delays to bring it. I don't know what determines that. Okay, so we have it here. So we have this. Let me just copy this one and let me just go to change password. And now let me pass in this. Make sure this is a put and let's send. So you can see password changed successfully. And if we just go to update, if we just go to login user and you try to log in with the test, you can see this is giving you wrong credentials. So yeah, we have at least made these endpoints successfully. I hope that you have found this video and episode successful. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you in the next one.